Hi everyone, I'm Amy.
Hi, I'm Sam, and we're here to tell you that you don't need permission to make comedy. Amy and I made our own comedy podcast, and we're here to tell you that it could be a good thing for you to do too.
Exactly. So the comedy industry is really tricky. It's very competitive, obviously. Lots of gatekeepers. There's a lot of rejection, a lot of unpaid labour. It's amazing and very difficult. And the good news is that you can kind of circumvent that yourself. And we want to help you do that. We met in a writing room in London for an American TV show, and that was the first of several productions that we made in the States, including my own show, which Sam wrote on. So Sam's a writer producer and I'm a writer performer. So we've done lots of big stuff with big production companies and networks in America and the UK. And in the pandemic, we had a great idea. And by great idea, I mean it was like a very clear, fun, creative idea that when we told people it, everyone thought that was great. The idea is a comedy podcast where Sam and I have our voices lowered. We play two bonkers men who are mansplaining feminism. And the title is Femanism Podcast. And we pitched it because we had agents and lawyers and whatever. We pitched it to lots of production companies and we ended up having like a oral contract with one of the big guns. Like, can't say their name, but they're always they're in the news all the time. They make everything. And we were thrilled because it was like validation of our idea and who we are. And we were like, yes, this is going to be great. And we can work from home. And this is 2021 or something like that. And we made such a bad pilot, like so bad.
That was the classic, really excited about an idea, can't wait to make it happen,
Yeah.
kill all enthusiasm and joy by doing it, because it wasn't the right thing for us. It was really, it was performing for someone else for a start. It felt like we'd taken this tiny germ of an idea and we were putting it in the hands of like this enormous production company and all the weight of expectation that went with that.
Yeah.
So we had it was the first time that I had actually performed. As Amy said, I'm a writer producer, so this wasn't something that was like comfortable to me, but I obviously didn't want to make that a big deal. So I just went in and did it.
Yeah.
So there was so much about it that just felt really awkward.
The whole team was so nice.
Not
Shout
absolutely.
out if you're watching and we're so sorry.
There was nothing wrong with it.
Yeah.
As it just wasn't going to work for us like that. What I think I'm really going to commend us for here is it doesn't feel like us to, looking back on it, to have said we had this opportunity to go with some really big production company, and our arrogance in that moment was to say, no, we can do it better by ourselves. I don't know where that came from, whether that's like the power of collaboration or like actually finally having an idea that you can shape yourself.
But it's true, like, you need an internal arrogance to do this. That is
Yeah.
genuinely a tip.
And I would encourage that. And I'm only saying
Yeah.
this because we're women, and I really feel like that's not something that feels natural. It certainly isn't. I'm only actually noticing it now. I'm looking back on it.
You do need to be arrogant to be an artist a bit. You don't need to communicate that to other people, but you do need that internal confidence to say, yeah, my idea is really good and I'm going to take time out of my busy life to make something that could fail and could cost me money and time and embarrass me, but I'm just going to do it anyway. And like, you have to take the risk of being like cringe. You have to be unrealistic. I interviewed British comic Josie Long recently, and she was saying that everything good in her life had come from being totally unrealistic. And it was such a surprising thing to say, but it really resonated with me. She was like, if you just do what everyone says you can do, you'll just have a boring, mediocre life. But if you aim too high, that's when the good stuff starts happening. And you need to be unrealistic, and you need to also be ready to fail. And the project that you make might fail. I don't think ours has failed by any standard, but we have failed many times along the way. And the other thing I want to say is that, like, if you're watching this, you're an artist, You might not have an outlet for it in your life. You might have a normal job or not, whatever it is, but you have an idea or you have a side of you that you want to bring out, and you have to do that. You just have to do that because you you will die one day. Sorry to break it to you, but you will. And on your deathbed, you will need to have done this type of thing. In our society, there are so many metrics by which to judge yourself: productivity, money. Um, in the online sphere, it's like followers, subscribers, whatever, ad revenue. In TV, it would be how many series, awards you've got, viewers, stuff like that. How much money are you making? And it's so easy to judge yourselves by those standards, and it's so bad for the art. And the art is what lasts. And also, those metrics don't correlate with how good it is. We all know about our favorite show that was cancelled or our favorite band that never cut through. If you're an artist, you have to pursue the quality of work. And what Sam and I have made is the thing that I'm most proud of. And like, people have said to me, this is the best thing I've ever done. And they've seen me in bigger shows and doing much bigger things. But this is the thing that I'm most proud of. And I really want to encourage you to chase making the thing that you're really proud of. You need to pay the bills. You need, like, there are practical considerations, so you have to do this as well as that. And it could pay the bills one day, we just don't know that. But that can't be, for the quality of the art, that can't be the main thing.
To add to that, I think it's worth noting here that we chose a podcast.
Yeah.
And actually, podcasts don't take any money, really. You can make them on such a small budget because you're
Yeah.
not looking at anything like how many sets, you don't have to do makeup, there's no cameras, it's just sound. So if you can learn to edit, if you can, you know, consistently write or deliver the product that you want, you've got it there and it's ready to put out into the world. And we really want to share with you why we think that's a good thing to do and how it can help you develop your comedy skills,
Yeah.
and also create something that you can share with people to
Yeah.
show what you're capable of.
We're going to speak specifically about comedy podcasts, but you could be from a different artistic background and we still really want to hear from you and help you. So if you leave a comment, we'll read all the comments and reply. We'd really like to help you make your art with your bare hands today without anyone's permission and make something that you're really proud of. And you can see our art. You can see the other, like, we upload our podcast here now. That's quite new, but it's, you can catch up on old episodes, or you can watch new ones, and you can hate it or love it. That's fine. That's up to you. We personally love it, and we can only teach you to make art that you love. We can't guarantee that we'll also love it, but that is art, and that's the joy of it.
And yeah, looking forward to hearing from some of you. So yeah, please do leave us a comment. Let us know what you would like to know from us.
And subscribe for more how-to videos about making art today without anyone's permission.